Hello, good morning. Welcome to the ChaChaChat of the 5th of August 2018. Wow, hey, hello. I'm so happy to be back. I wasn't planning on doing a video today. Um, well, perhaps I was. Did I say I would return in August? Well, then it was planned, but I wasn't really planning it. But I felt the need to make a video and say hello. I feel like it's been such a long time. I think it's only been 3 weeks or something. But the time is strange. It flies by, but also things seem very long ago. It's strange. It doesn't exist anyway. I just wanted to drop in and well, say hi and let you know that I'm doing fine, great. Um, yeah, what's been going on? I've been quite busy at work and doing things. I mean, summertime is very much an outward time, so there's lots of parties, get-togethers, picnics, lots of stuff going on. So my agenda is quite filled with stuff, all fun stuff, but it's also really makes me very protective of the days I have at home, just being by myself. I really need that time to rekindle, and I've also promised myself not to do any blogging or making videos or anything because it's also outward energy on those days. So that's why I decided to keep it, yeah, keep a low profile for a little bit. I've been posting every now and then. I just wrote a blog yesterday about the upcoming Lions Gate and the 11/11/11 solar eclipse new moon. So I won't go into that too much at this point. You can read it all there and on many other websites. I mean, I am not an astrologer. I am not. It's something I know a little bit about. I've done some courses, I read books, I read other people's blogs. I have an interest in it. I share with what comes up for me, and that's mostly intuitive and also from just sensing. I mostly sense what's happening around me, what's the bigger picture, and I always try with things like tarot divination, but also things like astrology, um, reading hands and things like that. I try not to let that define me or others. Um, I don't like it when people use it as a crutch or as an excuse. You know, like when they do something, a certain character trait that's not very positive, like, oh yeah, that's my astrology sign. I can't help myself, uh, or yeah, that makes me itch when people say they can't change or they are. That's just the way they are. I mean, yes, sure. We all have a sort of a blueprint that we work from. We all have characteristic traits, um, but we do get to decide how dominant they are. And I do believe that we have the power to. It's like training yourself. If you do something, it's mostly characteristics and traits. It's also the way you act, the things you do. It's not who you are, it's what you do, and you do get to decide what you do. And well, I'm going again. I just started the video. I'm going totally off track, but I just wanted to. So that's also why I just like astrology to sort of see the bigger picture. Like, oh, that's what's going on. That's interesting. But I do not believe that we don't have anything to say with it. The same with tarot cards. They give an energy as it is at the moment. They just give an insight, like this is what's happening. And you have the power to work with that, and don't lay down and cry uh, because you don't like the outcome. Or if the cards are really positive, like, yay, I don't have to do anything anymore because it's going to be great. No, it states what you are doing that makes the outcome that, so keep doing it and keep adding on to that. And if it turns it's not so positive, it gives you insights in where you can change, where you can take action. It's not just like, oh, this is what the cards say, now I'm just going to accept it and that's what it's going to be like. So that's just the thing about, well, about divination, any divination tool, and also things like astrology. Nothing is set in stone. It's all cyclic as well. That's also, and it's not like we have to repeat the cycles over and over again. Um, I do believe in things like a butterfly effect, and little changes can make big differences. So that was just my little morning pep talk. And so yeah, I've had some good weeks. I must be one of the few people that loves this weather. I I well, I'm a bit worried now about nature. It's very dry. A lot of plants are dying, the crops are dying, animals are thirsty. That really worries me, and I really, really wish them a lot of rain. Well, not too much because I believe everything will just flood. But yeah, for me, I'm fine the way it is. But for nature, I am worried. But I must say, I do enjoy the warmth. I don't need the blistering heat that we've been having, and this is so unusual. I think it's been dry for 2 months, and the weather, the temperatures. Usually we get this for like 5 days, and that's it for the entire summer. And now it's just been every single day is lovely. Well, I say it's lovely. A lot of people in the Netherlands are complaining that it's too hot, and when it's raining, then it's too wet, and then in the winter, everybody's complaining it's too cold. It's never. Well, I'm one of those people that's always complaining that it's too wet and too cold. So I'm like, yeah, this is my time. I'm happy. So I just love not having to worry about wearing layers and layers and socks. I've been barefoot for 2 months. I love it. And I just feel more natural, more, I don't have to protect myself against any weather. I just feel more free. I can just be, and it also forces me to slow down because in this weather you just can't speed up. And normally I'm like, go, and now I just have to like move slowly. And I quite like that. And I hope I can keep this up. I feel, and time also slows down. It looks like my days are longer. It's like I feel like I'm doing so much more, even though I'm moving so slowly. I'm not planning, I'm not doing any to do lists, and things just get done. Last week, I did so much, and I did it all with ease, so much ease. And I don't feel any stress. I feel really, really well. Okay, I'm going to stop telling you how wonderful I feel. But yeah, the days are getting shorter. Yesterday I was surprised that I had to turn on the light. At 9, it was really dark in my living room. Now it's dark. it's been past 9 a.m. It's quite dark in here. And back there is my kitchen light. So yeah, it is, and it looks like fall. The leaves are falling. Everything is turning brown. There's that magical feeling in the air, and we just had llamas, and that's the first of the 3 harvest festivals. So yeah, autumn is coming, and yeah, it's that magic feeling in the air. I also feel a great need to look at the magic inside of me. I feel turning more inward. That outward summery feeling is turning more and more inward. And yeah, I'm still keeping a lot of things quite low. I'm not doing any workshops. I'm just sort of doing more inner work, self exploration. I'm just going with what is coming up at this moment. And for me now, that's more being by myself and also doing a lot of fun things with friends. But yeah. So yeah, and then the second harvest festival feast is the autumn equinox at the end of September, and then the next one after that is Samhain. So yeah. Now we have, what else did I want to say? Yeah. Well, this week we have, like I said, I just wrote a blog post about it, about the Lion's Gate and about the upcoming new moon solar eclipse in Leo on 11/11/11. And the third 11 is because 2018 adds up to 11. So, and I thought, yeah, let's do a tarot time. Yay. And let's do a portal reading for the Lionsgate portal. And I found a portal spread on Little Red Tarot. Great website. I love that website because she has a lot of indie tarot decks that usually, when I have to ship from America, are very expensive. They're not cheap now because now I have to ship them from the UK, but it's cheaper than having to ship them from the States. And then from the States you have all the income of all the taxes and border taxes and everything, and it's just ridiculous. Sometimes you have to pay like €100 for a tarot deck, which is crazy. And so she makes a lot of really cool indie decks available to people in Europe. But of course, with Brexit, that will all be over as well. Then we have to pay taxes at the border as well. And yeah, then we'll have to see. But I think I'll keep supporting her because I think she's just really cool and really great. And I've also done some tarot courses through her website. Yeah, check her out if you live in Europe and you want some really cool decks. And also for the LGBT community, she's really involved in that, and also has a lot of she writes blogs and tarot with combined how do you call it? Tarot and decks that are inspired or made by the LGBT community, which is, and also people, there's also a lot of decks that are like multicultural. It's inclusive. It's you don't notice how white and how like male, female, a lot of things are until you see other possibilities, and there are some really cool decks and things out there that are more inclusive, and yay, I'm all for that. And also people from with different body sizes and different skin colors. So she really makes an effort to incorporate those in her website. So check it out. And no, I'm not getting any. Whatever. I my English is not so. I haven't been speaking English for such a long time. It's sort of, yeah, it's going downhill. I have to practice or move somewhere to practice again. I don't know. I practice makes perfect anyway. I hope you understand me. What else? Yeah, I was going to tarot time and I was the spread, a portal spread, and the a gateway. It's a gateway spread. Lion's Gate, gateway portal. And the first card is the locked gate, and this card came up. This, by the way, is the Darkness of Light tarot. I just love it. Let me see. Yeah, 8 of Blades. 8 of Swords. Yeah, the author of this deck, the creator of this deck, calls it Blades. So, what do we see? We see a woman standing surrounded by swords. She's tied, blindfolded. The locked gate is, the question is, where are the blocks and why are we not moving forward? In order to go through this gateway, we first have to know where we come from and why haven't we moved through it before. This tells me that we feel stuck, we feel restricted, we can't see clearly, we feel unable to move, and this can be outer circumstances or because we're afraid. We're feeling really, really restricted, powerless. And that's why we haven't moved through the gateway before. Very clear. I think a lot of people are feeling overwhelmed, no clarity, stuck. I've been hearing that so much. When I do readings, it comes up a lot. People don't know how to move forward. They can't see clearly, they can't see the bigger picture, keep going around in circles, they feel fear to make a move. Overwhelm, I hear the word overwhelm a lot. Too much. So much going on, it's hard to sense what's yours and what is it that you want. So that feeling. And the second card is the key. So for the gateway spread, the key. What we need to do in order to move through this gateway, to move on. And this is the 3 of Blades, so it's also swords. So we have 2 cards from the swords suit or the blade suit, and that's about the mind and about power. So to me, that means that our mind has a lot to do with the situation we are in. And the Three of Swords reversed, now upright, it's the wounded heart. And because it's reversed, I'm thinking of self-inflicted wounds. It's very dark. Oh. Ah, that's better. And those are, it's because of negative thinking. So in order to move through this gateway, through this portal, we have to release our negative thoughts. Our negative thoughts keep us from moving forward, like the first card said, because we have so many scenarios in our head and so many reasons in our head why we are not good enough, other people are blocking my circumstances, blah blah blah. We make up all these things in our minds, and that's why we don't take action. And this card really tells us, in order to move through this gateway, make this big change, we have to release our self-inflicted wounds that are caused by our thoughts. Let me see. Oh, because everything is in reverse, it's just, I'm so bad at. Yeah, Three of Wands. So this is the passage, or once we've gone through that gate, what are the lessons learned, and where are we going? Oh, my hand is getting tired. So where are we going? What are our lessons? Now this card is very hopeful, as it tells us that the road ahead is a blank canvas, and nothing irreparably has been messed up. I mean, we can always start again with a blank canvas. But we have to be clear of what it is that we really want. I mean, we all are very clear on what we don't want, but we need to be clear on where do we want to walk? Where do you want to go? Now the freeze. This is another free. With the second card was the Three of Blades. It's all about a unifying force and about bonding. And bonding, I mean things like beliefs, culture, groupthink. So because it's reversed, both cards are, we need to release all that bonding, that imprint from outside of us. We need to release ourselves from that. It's also free is also loyalty. Be loyal to yourself. And this card is also, it's the frees are also about taking action. So really release yourself from your mind and take that action. But this card tells me the lesson learned when we've gone through this portal, through this gateway. We need to know where we're going. And this card, yeah, it's sunset or sunrise. So it's really that in-between time. Anything is possible. Where do you want to go? It's that magic time. Know what you want. Be clear. You know, this guy is sort of staring over the sunset or the sunrise, contemplating where he's come from and where he wants to go. But he's probably looking over the ocean. Maybe he has a ship. But before he sails away, he needs to know where he is going. So very clear messages. Know thyself. I love it. Anyway, how long is this video? Oh, it's 25. It's not too bad. Yeah, it was fun connecting with you again. I wish you a very good Lionsgate week. And well, I'm trying to think, and then do I see you next week? I'm so not. Usually, I know exactly what I'm doing the coming weeks. I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing next weekend. I hope to see you next week, and then the video will probably be in Dutch again. I think I'll keep that up. 1 week in Dutch, 1 week in English, and I will try to make weekly videos again, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you would like a more personal tarot reading, you can contact me. I will put the details below the video on YouTube, and if you see this elsewhere on my website or Facebook, then you can see how you can contact me. And thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and for the people in the Netherlands, it's going to rain and it's going to cool down, so I hope that makes you happy. I know it will make the plants and nature happy, and have fun and get work on that. Now we are slowing down a bit. A lot of people have time off or on holiday. Make your vision clear. When you stare out over that sunset, a lot of people are going to the sea now. When you stare over the sea, see where you're going. What makes you happy? If you had a boat, where would you sail to? Hey, love you, thank you, and see you soon. Bye bye.